G'day mates, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am of course going to be talking about the event that took place today, why everyone's saying it's one of the worst events ever, why a bunch of people are saying it's phenomenal, and why there's a few people in between like myself that while really enjoyed the event, probably wishes the time and energy was put into something else as well. So however you stand on the event, I also want to talk about some changes or some leaks that came out of the event today. There was some definite Easter eggs that a few people are talking about, but not enough people are. Like, I know you maybe spotted Kevin the Cube, but I've done a whole bunch of research and looking into the backstory of the event and previous events to figure out pretty conclusively what I think is going to happen in the future, at least my theory of it. And you guys always love leaks and theories, so we're going to talk about that. Also want to talk about what happened with the superhero skin today. It was back in competitive and then it wasn't. So are we getting it back or are we not? Alright, you probably already saw a lot of the feedback out there. You probably watched some content creators react to the event. What were my genuine thoughts on the event? Really cool event. The visuals were stunning. It felt awesome. I had a lot of fun, but would I take this over map changes or this amount of effort being put into the game? No. So while I really appreciate the event, and if we could have both, if we could have events like this and have the map changes that I would expect from like we had in chapter 1, I would be a happy man. But very clearly we can't. So you're going to hear another example of Aussie Antics ranting about no map changes. I'm going to keep it brief. We have hardly had the map change in an entire year, and that event was insane. There was literally an entire map for that event. Like, there was that whole weird pink tree thing. You're sliding around the map. Like, that would have taken so much effort. That same amount of effort put into the current actual Fortnite map, and we could have had like every 2 weeks, every month, major map changes, every season, an entirely new map with crazy cool looking colors and biomes. Like, just imagine how much more fun and enjoyment you'd get out of that, playing the game for a year or 2 years with crazy constant map changes, but then not this just one 15-minute event. That's where I stand. No matter how good the event was, that is where I'm always going to stand. I just wish that level of effort went into the actual game that I am devoting hundreds of thousands of hours into, and I think most people would agree. Yes, these events aren't always just for the Fortnite players. It's for casuals to come and, you know, jump on like, oh, I haven't played Fortnite in a while, but cool, Ariana Grande concert. That's great. And don't get me wrong, as a content creator, I got a video out of it. The Twitch Fortnite category was over 1 million views. A bunch of big guys came back and watched it. Like, I get there's other benefits. Like, it does boost the game a little bit, but I do really feel like it caters to not even the casuals. It caters to like people who only kind of care about Fortnite and jump on it occasionally for events, when like changing the map and actually really developing the game, I think should be the priority of Epic overall. Again, no hate on the event. I just would really love to see the game get that level of effort, because man, look at those visuals. Look at that map. It had more changes than the actual Fortnite map for the last year. That is insane. I also don't know if it's just because I'm not a huge Ariana Grande fan, but that was nowhere near as good as the Travis Scott event for me. It looked really cool. It felt really cool, but the most enjoyable parts were the parts before Ariana Grande showed up. And again, no hate to Ariana Grande, like, it was still cool. You've got an insane concert in Fortnite, and I'm sure people absolutely loved it, but when I jumped in and it started with Juice WRLD, like, that hit different for me. I was having so much fun, but then I'm kind of sliding around on what felt like a Mario Kart level, like, racing track, and then I'm in a plane shooting down the Storm King. What has any of this got to do with Ariana? And then when Ariana Grande did show up, things kind of only got worse for me. Like, it was kind of cool and the visuals are fun, but it wasn't insane to me, and maybe it's because I'm a bigger Travis Scott fan. I also think having this not take place on the actual map itself did make it feel weirder as well. Remember, like, Travis Scott was crazy visuals, but a lot of it happened on the map itself, which made it feel a bit more like Fortnite. This just didn't really feel that Fortnite-y to me, but again, really fun, really cool 15 minutes. Not gonna hate on Epic at all. I think they did such a good job and made it very Ariana themed once Ariana was there, but I'm just not a huge fan of her or her music that much. Let's talk about what the Ariana Grande concert might potentially mean for the future, because despite me saying it a few days ago in a video where I highly doubted we were going to get map changes as part of the concert because it's taking place at the same time every day, they'd have to like change the map and revert the map. It's not really like any other event in the past, like the butterfly event or the rocket ship event where it happened once only. Those are the events that give map changes, but like the Travis Scott event, they don't normally have map changes. Maybe on the very last day something happens, maybe the UFO moves, cubes. That could be kind of cool because the UFO was featured very heavily in the actual concert at the very end. But we did get Kevin the Cube. And I know you're thinking, cool, like we got lots of other stuff. But Hypex has been going into details on this and I've thought about it even deeper. I think there is a very good chance we are going to have Kevin the Cube back. And I think it's going to be for Halloween next month. So what evidence do we have? Firstly, the photo they used of Kevin the Cube, I have it here. That is very much on the Chapter 2 map. That photo has been taken place on the map itself. So it means it has been on the Chapter 2 map. It wasn't just an image they used from the old map and put it in there. Secondly, they've changed the sound of the cube. Hypex tweeted, the cube has been updated with the new impact large sounds. We didn't hear the cube at all in the event. Why would you update the sounds unless you were actually going to have it be heard, which would be in the game as well. Also, we have Halloween next month, so there's a very good chance it comes packed on with that. And also the Storm King. Did any of you feel like the Storm King was just kind of thrown into the event? Like, why am I fighting the Storm King in an airplane for an Ariana Grande concert? And I feel like Epic sometimes uses these events to test new mechanics, whether it be like the Storm King, or if you remember back in Chapter 1, a lot of people after, I think it was the butterfly event where there was swimming, realized that pointed towards potentially having swimming in Fortnite in the future. And then we did, and the mechanic looked exactly the same. So it's very common for Epic to actually test mechanics that are going into the game in these events, because obviously they don't have to worry too much about how it affects the game and how it works and all of that. So I do think there is a very, very good chance we get some map changes in the future. And I don't know how you guys feel about it. Fortnite Mares is always torn for me. It makes the game a bit more exciting and fresh for a little bit, but when the map goes super dark, when there's a whole bunch of fog, when I literally can't see anything, and then if an end game finishes near the zombie spawners, I'm getting ran at by a million zombies. Not to mention, if you remember, any single time Fortnite Mares is in the game, when it's in competitive, it completely breaks one POI. Remember Season X trios in Retail Row, Benji Fishy, Mongrel, and Mitro? They would walk out every game with 10 to 15 launch pads, 3 RPGs, all gold, literally everything. They give so much loot. So I don't want to see that happen, and I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen just because next month's Halloween and we have Kevin the Cube, but it's looking like there might be a good chance. While on the topic of leaks, this could be crazy. This isn't related to the event, but obviously a whole bunch of game files changed today. Hypex also tweeted out that they have adapted, or they've changed, the self-revive and revive faster medic pack. So there is now going to be an item that you can carry that allows you to self-revive. Revive faster is also incredibly strong, but self-revive would be insane. So what does that mean? It means you can revive yourself. And if it's anything like Apex Legends has with their legendary knockdown shield where you can self-revive, your whole team can get finished and you still be self-revived. So if you get away from a fight, if you hide or there's a crazy third party going on, or if you're inside a cone, you will be able to self-revive. If this gets added to the game, it could be incredible. They said the more info about the medic pack that was updated today after 3 years. This item's been in the game and they've just updated it. So again, why, unless it was going to go into the game? Has self-revive 10 seconds, so it takes 10 seconds to revive, which is quite a while, but you know, if you sneak away and if there's a third party, that is very doable. It's worn as a small medic backpack like the jetpack, reduces your teammates' revive time by 2 seconds, and it was first added in Chapter 1 Season 3, but it never got released. Last but not least, you probably saw this. We had a bunch of people posting about it, a whole bunch of comp players using it. We did have the superhero skins back in Arena momentarily. I think it was about a 5 or 6 hour time span. It was right after I went to bed and it was already gone before I woke up. The superhero skins were back in competitive and they were instantly taken out, which confirms to me that it looks like Epic's probably not working on a fix on them. I mean, it's been a while now. It's pretty clear they've resold them since they came out. Like I already made a video talking about the refunds. I also want to clarify this. A lot of you guys told me I got it wrong in the video. They did offer a refund. They only offered a refund the first time they vaulted them. So they vaulted them, they offered a refund, they then allowed them in competitive, people bought them again, and then they vaulted them again, and that time they didn't offer a refund, and now you can't refund them at all anyway. So I know I got that a little bit wrong. I should have explained that better, but it looks like superhero skins are gonna stay out of competitive, and it looks like you're not gonna get a refund on them if you bought it after the first wave, unfortunately. Alright guys, that does it for another video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please chuck a like on it. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on anything I talked about today. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.